Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you, talking all about WrestleMania 33 and last night's big show. Honestly, Undertaker tipping his hat and retiring and leaving his gloves inside of the ring was one hell of a moment that I think that most wrestling fans will remember. If anybody is about my age, about 35, they can remember back to watching WWF back in the day when Undertaker stole the show. At Survivor Series 1990. I mean, I've watched this guy's whole career, from being the dead man, to him being the big nasty biker guy, to him going back to the dead man, to him basically coming back in 2010, trying to have one more run with the World Heavyweight Championship after defeating Edge at WrestleMania 24. His body not really letting him do it, wanting to go on that full-time tour. I think that Undertaker even went on an Undertaker retirement tour where he went to like Australia or New Zealand. I think that was the way that it was booked. And that was way back when, even after Teddy Long fired him on SmackDown. Undertaker's got a lot of memories, and Undertaker, from being the locker room leader, has got a lot of, respect, for as much, awesome stuff that Undertaker did. There's always a lot of stuff that you can remember that was kind of shitty. I mean, that last run between him and Kane, I think that was like 2011. I think maybe it was 2010, where Kane, found Undertaker dead, and then they battled. Kane kept on trying to find out who killed his brother, and then when it came down to it, Undertaker showed up at Survivor Series, and it was Kane that killed Undertaker. People thought it was going to be Rey Mysterio. The guy had been a good guy forever. All of a sudden, was going to attack Undertaker in the back and leave him lying. Didn't really make a whole lot of sense. But Kane cashed in. He was the World Heavyweight Champion, so him and Undertaker battled back and forth a few times. They even had probably one of the most boringest Hell in a Cell matches of all time. I don't know why I'm being so down on Undertaker. My plan on this video is just to talk about all the awesome memories and what this guy meant to me. I can honestly say that I never got a chance to meet Undertaker, even throughout the days of making, that cash cow money on YouTube. I never really could pull the trigger on meeting Undertaker. I know just about all of my friends have met him. Ravi met him, Phil met him, Justin and Miguel met him at WrestleMania 30. I don't think he did Access at 31, 32, or 33. I think they sort of took him back, and even this year, a lot of guys didn't do Access. But I was sort of planning on making a video about the amount of people that I've met that are wrestlers and in the wrestling business, and just made a video of like the top 5 guys that I've never met, and Undertaker easily is in that top 5. I've never had the moment to shake the guy's hand and say thank you very much. But this guy's been there for everything. I mean, he missed 2 WrestleManias. WrestleMania 10, the story is that basically they didn't have anything for him. WrestleMania 16, he was injured. There was no Stone Cold Steve Austin. There was no Undertaker. WrestleMania 2000, WrestleMania 16 is not bad. It is a very good WrestleMania. But honestly, when you watch it, you can honestly tell that there is no Undertaker and there is no Stone Cold Steve Austin. They were nowhere to be seen since then. Maybe around WrestleMania 23 is when Undertaker really kicked it into gear for WrestleMania, and WrestleMania really became special. You can say what you want to about the streak, but his matches against Jimmy Snuka, I think, Jimmy Snuka, Jake the Snake Roberts, I don't think King Kong Bundy's on the list, but there's a lot of guys that just don't really mean a whole lot of anything. And then there's guys from Batista, Edge, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, CM Punk. Those names were honestly big matches that were on that show that you knew were going to be an attraction, and they were one of the reasons why you wanted to order WrestleMania. to see those. I mean, honestly, the Triple H matches were very special to me. I know that a lot of people saw that Undertaker was going to face Triple H, and people thought that Triple H was going to be the guy to end the streak because of the fact that he has this negative persona around him that, just he wants it all. He's going to bury everybody. Him getting himself over is more important than the company striving and succeeding and pushing forward. But when it came down to it, we got a hell of a match where it looked like Triple H was actually going to win it. But then the dead man rose up on top. That happened both times. I mean, they stacked the deck with WrestleMania 28, with it being in a Hell in a Cell, putting Shawn Michaels in there, and him being Triple H's best friend. They had the little bit of a feud, but like they put that behind them, where basically Triple H said, where Shawn Michaels told Triple H, I wasn't able to beat him. Why do you think you're going to be able to? That put some strife between them, but they were able to put that behind them. At one point, Shawn Michaels even hit the Sweet Chin Music, knocking the Undertaker out, but that wasn't enough to help Triple H pull out and get the victory. The last match, I mean, let's face it. Let's think about it. WrestleMania 30, he lost to Brock Lesnar. He got the concussion early on in the match. The match is legendary because it's the first time that he ever lost at WrestleMania. But, besides for that, the match wasn't much because Undertaker really didn't know where he was. WrestleMania 31, he came back against Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt got injured, I guess, in the pre-match warm-ups. But that match really didn't connect. Undertaker not being around to help build that match didn't help it at all. WrestleMania 32, he had the match against Shane. Some people love it. Some people don't really think it's that much. I'm in that camp. The match against Roman, I don't know if I blame Roman for not bringing it. I don't know if it's because Undertaker just couldn't do it anymore. I will say that honestly, that Brian Alvarez on the Wrestling Observer radio this morning saying that he was moving around like Terry Funk, I think that was a little rough. I don't think Undertaker's broken down that bad. I really was watching that match and I kept thinking that Taker would be there. It wasn't until Taker, took off his stuff and left it in the ring, that I really believed that he was done. To me, honestly, I know they did the retirement thing. I don't think they're going to do anything on Raw tonight. I don't think that he's going to get the Ric Flair retirement deal where they just basically shut down the show and everybody says goodbye to Taker. I don't think they're going to do that tonight. I haven't read anything online. I don't know what the plans are. To me, honestly, I think you show highlights of Undertaker losing the match, him leaving his stuff in the ring, and then you just don't ever talk about it ever again. That's the way that I honestly would do it. We all know that wrestling's fake. We all know that wrestling's a storyline. We all know that he's a character. But I think that he's honestly special. And I don't think you want to break that wall. He's not really dead. We all know that. But I don't think you want to tear that down. One hell of a career. Tip your hat to the man. Love to see what goes down tonight. I'm not thinking that anything does. But ride off into that sunset. Enjoy the rest of your time. I don't think that he's going to be a backstage agent. I don't think he's going to be a guy that just shows up on Raw out of the middle of nowhere for no meaning. I think that, honestly, if we ever do see Taker again, it really does mean something. And now in the back of my mind, I'm wondering if they used the retirement deal to bring him back for one more fucking match. He's going to be that one guy that, even if it's 2 years from now, you're still going to wonder. Just like Shawn Michaels, I guess. Good times.